accelerator brake. Way more accelerator than brake.
Right.
Opposite, way more brake, conserving us slower growth. Now, how smart are you guys? When you move to the right of the arrow and put the A stacked over the D, go to your car and put the accelerator on and the brake with equal proportions.
It's called
What
AD
happens?
conflict.
Blown into.
AD
You know what?
conflict.
If you turn the wheel,
Yeah.
you can totally double.
It's really, that kind of person with an AD conflict has problems.
Let's
Yes?
talk about that.
Are we talking about a car that has an electronic limiter on the engine?
I mean,
Like modern ones or old
ways
ones?
around.
Because old ones may be okay.
It's how you actually get a decent Tokyo drift. Right? You've got to
Right.
have the
You
right
got-
balance
exactly.
of acceleration. and
Okay,
brake.
you guys are crazy. AD conflict. Write it down. Put them over each other. AD conflict. And you're going to write a lot of notes about this. So macro, big picture, risk-oriented, micro, smaller, detail-oriented, structured, brake. This one only applies when it's to the right of the arrow. So if you look at a socializer pattern, do you notice they also show AD conflict? Look at a socializer pattern, line 3, right? Not nearly as pronounced. This only becomes pronounced. Now, socializers can be somewhat indecisive. It's hard to make big decisions. But this becomes magnified when it goes over here. So this person here is one of the most dangerous managers there are. They confuse their people. Just knowing a little bit about what you know about this, I'm going to tell you how they're wired, then you tell me why it's a problem as a manager. Every day, this person has an A over here. It says, let's go. The D says, you know, do you really need to think about that? And the A says, let's move forward and enjoy some risk. And the D comes back and says, you know, we got to think about that. This is my friend named Mike, not you. You will become a friend. This is my friend of 33 years. Took him write an 80-page book on the Constitution. It's called The Constitution Made Easy. Best book you've ever read because it has parchment on the left side, old language, translated over here. Why did he take 4.5 years to write the book?
Couldn't decide I was going to write the book.
Oh, he moved forward. Then I need to check that out again. You know what? I just read a hand note, and he did. He looked at hand notes written by founding fathers. Wow. Here's what they really meant. And then he said, let's go get this thing published. I finally said, Mike,
It doesn't have that.
get the damn book published. Get it published. So again, it's extreme. It's not extreme on the arrow. Boy, as it moves over here, you're going to watch these people be what? Decisively indecisive. So what happens is when they're managing people, you don't know who you're dealing with here. You left the room, you made a decision. He or she thought about it and said, you know, we need to tweak that. If they're a low B, who are they going to communicate that to?
Nobody.
Yeah, or limited communication. So AD conflict is an internal dynamic tension in the person. Just view it as this. Kind of like in spiritual life, you got good talking to you and the devil talking to you. We probably all have a little bit of this spiritually. But this is AD conflict. The A wants to move forward, the D wants to stop and think about it. We call them decisively indecisive. Very tough for them to make big decisions. Not small decisions, and it's not visible. You don't see them going around like this, or doing this, but they have a real tough time with big decisions. Unless they've been doing it forever. There was a big pattern, my licensee buddy in Chicago. This guy was going to be made CEO of the company. He was president, but worked under a trailblazer CEO. This kind of pattern always needs a high A in their life because it can disrupt this and has to push the A. This guy was made CEO of a company. It was a public company. They were doing 120 million, and 4 years later, they're doing 62 million. Jeff, my licensee friend, who's 5 years ahead of me in Culture Index, said, don't do it. This guy's so good because he worked in harmony with the trailblazer everywhere he went in 3 previous companies. Leave him to his own devices, cannot make big decisions. Wrestles with them, frustrated all the people below them. Lack of clarity. If someone's not a manager, what behavior you're going to observe with them? They're usually a bit of a control freak. Do you have any AD conflict people to the right of the arrow?
Mhm.
You do?
Yeah,
Who?
Dave Murphy.